okay? So, fish. Mr. Lopez!
Mr. Lopez.
I hope one day it can be an ASL, but I just did a Mr. Lopez. I just go, Mr. Lopez. I just do some action, okay, to get the kids interested in Mr. Lopez.
I think this one should always remain TPR. It's very fun. It's good intro.
So I just go, Mr. Lopez. Everybody goes, Mr. Lopez. Is this Mr. Lopez? And they go, yes. So just fun and slow. I never go fast. I never try to do a story in a class. I take my time. Okay. Okay. Who gets what?
Jake gets the apple.
Jake gets the apple. Who gets what?
Marcus gets the dinosaur.
Mr. Lopez.
Mr. Lopez.
I forget whatever action I use. Mr. Lopez.
Mr. Lopez.
Everybody stand up. And I get them stand up, Not just read again. Mr. Lopez.
Mr. Lopez.
What does Mr. Lopez get?
Mr. Lopez gets the
You're right! You're right! You understand? I just make it as fun and crazy as I can, okay? Who gets what? And then, I need my, is there a pointer in here? Is there a pointer?
Oscar, you always had
A pointer, where's our pointer?
Wow.
Give me a pointer, hurry up. Okay, always in my class when I'm telling this story. Okay, so let's say it's this one. I always show the story on the whiteboard, okay? So that I can reference it sometime. But I never point to lines and read it, okay? Okay, I always just point to words. I first go through the words, okay? So most important, they understand the words like this one. What's it going to be? Lake, okay? I just say, okay, every lake!
Lake.
Hey! Every lake!
Lake.
Lake!
That does very not.
Okay, lake. Hey, nothing. Okay, lake. Okay, every lake.
Lake.
Who gets what?
Jake gets
Who gets what?
Marcus gets the dinosaur.
Who gets what?
Mr. Lopez.
Gets a fish. Okay, always the TPR. We say TPR.
TPR.
Yeah, I have to tell you, last night we had the teacher and we were demoing him. Okay, we were seeing how good he is, right? And I showed him for 10 minutes how to do a story. And
You actually showed me 30 minutes.
yeah, he couldn't wait to get through that story. Like he just zipped through it. Okay, almost nothing. Okay, you understand? Didn't. Boring. Okay, he's so boring. Okay, but honestly speaking, he's a nice guy, and I'm sure he's very good at some things. Okay, but his teaching skill not so high. Okay, he's been teaching about 2 years, and definitely doesn't know how to tell a story. He just points to the words. That's his level, you understand? His level is to just point to words, okay? But we have to be better than that, okay? We have to be better than that. And you can be better at any type of story you tell, okay? If you're always being silly, you use TPR, what other things, Oscar? You use
Everything having your disposal to get your response.
even singing, you can go, who gets what? Who gets what?
Jake gets the apple.
Just the singing. It gets the kids in the game. Every kid. And you can watch every kid in your class. You can see every kid. Like last night, that dude was giving the demo, and half the kids were sleeping. Okay, or falling asleep. Okay, so he didn't have the engagement. Okay, so that's the key for me is engagement. Okay, it doesn't matter how fast or how you go slow as you want. Okay, you understand? But you have to have engagement. Engagement is the most important thing, okay? You can see every kid is in the game. Not half the kids, some are listening, some aren't. If they're not listening, well, it's easy, pull it out. Fishing! Everybody fishing!
Fishing!
Everybody fishing!
Fishing!
Fishing! Okay. Learn how to use it, okay? And actually, we need these ones. These are the good ones. Those other ones are the terrible ones. And in your box, these should always work. You shouldn't have to go in the box and I went in the box today and I already knew it was going to be that way. Okay, it's like, what the hell? Okay, you understand? Fishing rods don't work. Okay, but these ones are good fishing rods. They cost over $1,000 each. Okay, and if you practice a little bit, you can get really good at them. Okay, and kids love to play them. Who wants to go fishing?
I want to go fishing.
Everybody wants to go fishing, of course. Okay, fishing. Here, fishing. Ready? Leg. Everybody say leg.
Hey.
Right on the nose.
It's at that moment he knew.
So in your class, you can just get a box, and that can be your leg, okay? You know, and I tell you, kids are digging it so big time to get the ball in the leg, okay? And if they're not, there's something wrong with your story, okay? I can't think of a classroom like this, okay? Okay, yeah, wrong with the leg.
Wow.
He is not a fisherman.
He is not a fisherman.
Okay.
Take away that fire hat.
Okay.
Maybe they use harpoons.
Everybody, Mr. Lopez.
Mr. Lopez.
Mr. Lopez likes
Fish.
You're right. You're right.
Right.
You're right. Okay. Mr. Lopez likes fish. Mr.
Lopez.
You're right. Okay. Mr. Lopez always have a smile on your face. Got the TPR going. Okay. Mr. Lopez likes fish. So one day he goes fishing. Now, with this one, of course, we got the video, we got all sorts of stuff to back it up, okay? But, you know, you should be able to do that without just the fishing pole. You can get all this stuff, okay? We've also got all these, you know, all these other, you know, things here, right? Pictures and stuff. Okay, can you get the pictures up? Okay, your props, okay? Wait, there's a video. Mr. Lopez video, you don't know?
I don't know.
Hey, he's been here for 10 years, doesn't know. We have a Mr. Lopez video. It's
How about-
actually donated a long time ago.
I actually present in the meeting, give everybody a box and with the material link over there, you know. So
Anyways, I always show it afterwards. I have many videos that I show the kids that are kind of fun, okay? And you know, I didn't look at that for 10 years, okay, or 5 years, or how long time. But there's many videos in there. Well, you can bring it up if you want. Okay, bring it up.
1 minute.
You're just under the story, Mr. Lopez. There's some I love to show the kids, okay? To talk about the title before I even get into the story. Who guess what? Okay, there's some videos I like to show. Okay.
Did your computer break?
Yeah, why?
So anyways, there's some fun videos, okay? And the fun videos show a bear getting a fish, and it shows a bear fighting a fisherman. So there are a few cute videos to get kids kind of light, you know, kind of. Who gets what? The bear gets the fish. Who gets what? Mr. Lopez gets
All of
the
them,
fish.
just show them.
So I want to show the difference between Mr. Lopez gets the fish and the bear gets the fish, okay?
Wait, John West salmon one.
Yeah, the John West.
Salmon.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Can you play that one?
Sure.
That one's nice. Number 3. Yeah, number 3. That was fun.
And the kids watch it and they all laughing at the end of it.
Fish.
Fish! Bear! The bear is fishing! The man gets the fish. Mr. Lopez gets the fish. The man gets the... Who gets the fish?
Mr. Lopez.
Is Mr. Lopez a bear? Mr. Lopez a bear?
No, he's a man.
Mr. Lopez is a man. So, just make it silly. And there's different ones up there, I know.
You froze it. You froze it.
Yeah. Anyways, there's a few different videos up there. Yeah, right there. That's a good one. The kids love this one, okay? And you have to be careful after because kids will start trying to eat it. You have to tell them no. Okay, so the story is called Who Gets What? And the story is about Mr. Lopez and the bear. Okay, Mr. Lopez and the bear. Okay? So I always make the story as simple as I can and go as slow as I can. Okay? Okay, that's my key success factor. I go slowly. I'm in no hurry to tell the story. Okay? Okay? And I always use the any kind of prop that you have. Like this is the most important prop for this story. Okay? But we also have, you know, pictures. Okay? What's this?
Fish.
You're right. It's a fish. Okay? It's a fish. It's a fish. You're right. How do you know you're so smart, Jake? Okay? Hey, do you know how to spell fish?
FSH?
Oh, you can look at the paper. It's okay.
FISH?
Wow, you can spell. You're so smart. Okay. So you go baby steps. Okay. 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 Next one. What's this one, Mr.
Lopez.
Oh, there's Mr. Lopez. What color is that? That's Green. So Mr. Lopez, green. Fish, green. See, all the colors are green. This word is, she is
Fishing.
all right, fishing, okay, fishing. And use it all the time, okay, use it all the time, okay. Yeah, kids, they just love it, okay, fishing, fishing.
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 Do you want to go fishing?
I want to go fishing.
I tell you what, the best person at TPR in our company is definitely Patrick, okay? Because Patrick has to teach the young kids. And with young kids, you have to use more TPR. You know, your body and slowly and your actions. You know, everything is TPR, okay? When you're a kid. And when I first started out, I had to teach babies, okay? So, yeah, who teaches babies? Babies, okay, babies. You know, right? With babies, you can't use so many words. You have to use your face to tell a story. You have to use your hands to tell a story. You have to do everything and use words less. Okay? Yeah, I can always tell a teacher that doesn't have very much experience when they tell a story to young kids. What are they doing? They're just talking. They're just talking to the kids. And the kids might understand or they might not. You know, it depends on the kids, okay? But I guess in any given class of young kids, you know, there are 20% that have a good understanding and 80% that don't, okay? So you have to go very slowly. Okay, Mr. Lopez! Everybody, Mr. Lopez!
Mr. Lopez.
Likes.
Fish.
Okay, I have to tell you, I can teach this story to a kid that's never spoken English before. Okay? And I can get him to say this story. You know, maybe at the beginning it's just a Mr. Lopez likes, and they can put one word. Success, okay? You understand? Success, okay? But, you know, you try to get them so they can say it. You know,
Mr.
Lopez.
okay, so younger kids, you got to use the TPR, the pictures, any resource around you to help them understand. Okay, Mr. Lopez likes fish. And when I do something like, so even I go, okay, everybody, ready? I want you to say the word. Ready? So. You're right. You're right. Okay, you're right. You know, you make it so it's animated. Okay. Wow, last night that teacher animated. My goodness, 0 for animation. Okay, 0. Okay, nice guy, handsome, teaching for a couple of years. I'm sure he can teach older kids because he can read a story. Okay, but he certainly doesn't know how to tell a story or to animate a story. Okay, or to make a story slightly interesting. Okay. So here we want everybody to build up their skill on telling a story, okay? Because even you can hear me talking, I'm actually using NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, okay? I don't know if you guys know what that is, but Neuro-Linguistic Programming, if you check out Anthony Robbins, okay, is a way to get kids interested in your words. You talk to them, you look in their eyes, you know? You speak slowly, okay? And kids dig that, okay? Maybe older kids don't dig that, but you know, younger kids definitely do, okay? So, Mr. Lopez.
Mr. Lopez.
Fish.
Fish.
Fishing.
Fishing.
Fish.
Fishing. Mr. Lopez.
Okay. Mr. Lopez likes fish.
So.
One day. Monday? One day. Yeah, if I say, is it Monday? I don't know. Is it Tuesday? I don't know. Is it Thursday? Is it Sunday? One day. You're right! You know, and I always say you're right to the kids. They dig that, okay? When you say that, they always smile. And you got their attention, they're looking at you. Every kid, you can be watching them as you're telling the story, and you can see, you got them, or you don't. Last night, what's the percentage of kids he had? About
50?
50. Less than 50, okay? Less than 50, okay? So, and not only did he have less than 50, I asked the question at the end, how do you think he did? He says, oh, I think I did a great job. You know, so the point is, not only did he have low eyeballs, but he doesn't know he had low eyeballs. You understand? You understand the point? The point is, he didn't have good eyeballs. And he didn't know he didn't have good eyeballs. You understand? He didn't know. So this is the problem with a lot of teachers, okay? A lot of teachers, they do their stuff, okay? And they don't really see the kids. They're not looking at the sparkle in their eye. Or, you know, you can be looking and see, oh, the opposite. And you should go, oh, I need to abort. I need to go slower. Or I need to get the fishing rod out and play game. Or I need to do something differently to get their attention, okay? All kids are the same. I don't care what age they are. They all want to enjoy themselves. They all want to have a good time, okay? So, you know, this is no different, okay? This is just an easy one to show you, because the next one I'm going to show you is how to do a book. And the book, there's no difference. But it takes practice. My God, it's not easy. When I first discovered this, like I was teaching for 3 years, I never heard about asking a story. And then I discovered this one dude, and every story he asked the story. And I could see the impact, you understand? And then I tried it with my students. Night and day. You know, to get eyeballs, you know, night and day. To get every kid paying attention. You understand? To see them really smiling, enjoying the story, okay? So our job isn't just to tell the story. Our job is to tell the story like a storyteller. And every good storyteller does things differently, okay? Like Teacher Thomas is a great storyteller. And he's got tricks, okay? What are your tricks?
A lot of intonation, expressions, and suddenly I will focus only on one student. And everyone else will be like, what's going on? They're all paying attention, you know? And like, what's happening? That's the tricks, you know, to make sure they're there, you know? Get your kids involved in the story.
Yeah, Alistair's a good storyteller. He has many tricks. I know one of his favorite tricks, okay? What's one of your favorite tricks?
One of my favorite tricks. Lots and lots and lots of intonation.
Intonation, okay? And he loves to sing the song. Alistair will just say, Mr. Lopez. What's our song this week? I don't know. What's our song?
Furnish Jacques.
Oh, Mr. Lopez likes fish, so one day he goes fishing. He goes to the lake. He goes to the lake. He
Everybody got a different version.
the fish could. You can take any song and sing it to any rhyme. Okay, you understand? And kids dig that. Okay, they dig that. Okay, they love that. So they go, wow, you know, when you're just spontaneous, okay, and start using the baking song to sing something else they're learning, you understand? Because kids are just learning all those songs, right? And once they know them, like, you know, they can apply it to anything. Yeah, and then when you see the progress of some kids, they actually start singing the songs themselves. They start doing stuff, you go, oh, that's good. You know, they start using the songs they're learning to, you know, maybe when they're doing Magic Trios, to sing, you know, a sentence or something, you know. So, anyways, my point is you have to be creative, okay? Everybody say creative.
Creative.
You got to know your job is not just to tell the story that the TTP's going, oh, come on, hurry up, we got to finish this story. I always tell you guys, okay, there's no curriculum pressure. Even your TTP gives you a hard time, well, you got to do this, and this, okay? Okay, I always leave items on the board that I never finish. You should feel that's okay. I'm telling you, you should feel that's okay. You've got 5 things you think you're going to do and you only do 2 of them, I couldn't care less, okay? I will never, you know, maybe your TTP is more like anal about that, okay? But the reality is, you know, you should just try to get through what you can try to get through. You should teach everything well, not think I got to get through it, so I just got to, you know, I just read it, okay? You got to think about how to teach it well, okay? How to make it a fun experience for all your kids, okay? Not just your ramming through junk just so, you know, you make your TTP happy. I'm not saying you don't need to make your TTP happy. I'm just saying there's a balance. You have to find it, okay? There's always a balance. You have to find it. So most important to me is that you have passion, okay? You have passion and you really want to tell the story well, or you want to do your job well, okay? So if you've got the passion, then I will leave you alone, okay? You understand? We're just looking, you have the desire to make the kids happy. okay, and you're trying your best, okay, and if you didn't finish this little thing, it doesn't matter, or that little, or 5 things, you didn't finish them, okay, I can live with that, okay, you understand? You just have to know that, you know, you're trying to make the content interesting for kids. By the way, right now, I'm using neuro-linguistic programming, okay? Okay, NLP, okay? So, this story, you have to get them interested in the story. Before start reading the story, you have to get them interested in the pictures, okay? You know what I'm talking about?
Mr. Lopez.
You're right!
Fishing.
You're right! And you can take a game out, give prizes, you know. It's about fishing, you got a bucket, you know, they gotta get in the bucket, you know. I just tell you, the kids don't know how to fish in Taiwan, okay? Even to teach them just to take it and to toss it, it takes time, okay? And that should be one of the things you're trying to teach your kids in your class. You're trying to teach them how to use a fishing pole, okay? And I'm gonna tell my wife to order, I tried to order more of these. These are beautiful. I've been using them for 50 years, okay? So, like, I'm an expert. Who else is an expert at this? I think Alex is. No, who's an expert? Who's a fisherman? Who are the fishermen? Alex.
I didn't like it.
Oh, and I'll tell you a game I like to play. I take it outside and I play like 500. Okay, ready? Okay, ready? Who gets what?
Who gets what?
And I whip it out there. Okay, and then some kid catch it, but you gotta be careful because you know you don't want all the kids grabbing it in the string. Maybe they can. It's a game. You can make it 200 or 100. And let's say they catch it, they get 100 points. Or they catch it, they get 50. Whatever. You just make up your own game. Okay? So it's just all the kids are out there, and you just go. You go. Are you ready?
We are ready.
Who gets what?
Mr.
Mr. Lopez gets it. Oh, you teach to the, and then they, who is Mr. Lopez? And they go, I am Mr. Lopez. Ready? And you know, I tell you, they dig that game so much. Okay, and you're reinforcing, you know, your who gets what, and you know, you're reinforcing the whole story. You can just make up any game. Okay, there's so many games you can play. Okay, ready?
Mr. Lopez, nice fish. So one day he goes fishing. He goes to the lake. Right.
Nice! Wow, you guys are so good. Okay. Anyways, this is easy for me to teach you guys because it's so simple. Okay, but next time I don't have time to do this one, but next time I'm going to show you how you can do this by yourself in a class, or you can do it with a student who actually reads the story, and you just have like this continual banter between you. You know, like she'll start the story and she'll go like, help! A monster! Said Annie. Hey! Who said a monster? Annie said a monster. You're right, Annie said a monster. Did Annie say an elephant?
No.
Okay, you understand? It's so easy to do with a kid beside you. You know, they're reading the story, and you know you're always in. You know, and I always put the story up here and point to words. Say, started. Everybody say started.
Started.
Oh, and I teach them rule number 1, rule number 2, and rule number 3. Rule number 1 is ed with a t, and d is a did. Okay, so all my kids know. I go. Everybody say started.
Started.
Okay, teacher Scott. Started his homework. Okay, started. Rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3, and all the kids will put their hand up, you know, like rule number 1. Okay? And you gotta get all the kids to put their hand up, you know. Rule number 3, no! Rule number 1, you're right! You understand? So I never just read, okay? I go slowly. And I drag them along because I don't just think of the kids in the class that can actually read well. I'm thinking of the kids in the class that can't read at all. Or they're just learning. And as soon as you start just rolling through it, reading and blah, 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 what happens? You lose them. They check out. Okay? And then they're just a waste. You just lose them. Okay? But if they go, yeah, I understand. They have a glimmer of hope, and you go slow enough, okay, then you can keep them on your side, okay. But the key is, if you go too fast, you will lose many of them, and you have to make it fun and interesting enough so that the really good ones enjoy it. You understand? That's the balance, okay. The balance is you got kids who can just read it, okay. the balance is keeping them interested. At the same time, you're actually teaching the weaker students. You know, this is the you know, as you get like as many years teaching experience as me, this is the place where you become good. You know, recognizing, oh, Johnny doesn't understand, but Sally can just read the whole thing. Okay. So what do? You get Sally to come up and be the reader. Or maybe there's 3 good students. You get Sally, Johnny, and Freddie to come up and be the readers. Okay, you understand? You find their skill. Okay, and you help them to keep learning. Because I don't care. Some people come in the class and say, "Oh, I've read this already. You know, I can read it." I say, "Are you a master reader? Can you read it as well as the speaker stop? Can you use intonation?" And I haven't met a kid that said they're so good that they couldn't learn something. Okay, by being in my class. Okay. I don't care. We used to have one girl, she could read Harry Potter. So what, okay? Yeah, she could read Harry Potter like a Chinese person, okay? She's still in her voice. She wasn't a master. I'm not a master. I'm talking about Olivia. Yeah, she's not a master reader, okay? So we have to have this idea of kids. We want them to be masters, okay? By the time they finish our school, they should gravitate toward being a master at reading, okay? But when they're younger, when we story tell, we got to use more TPR, okay? And we need to go more slowly. Even if you have pressure from your TTP, say, "Hey, come on, we got 5 more things to do." Okay? You got to go slow enough that you feel, you know, generally the kids understand what you're doing instead of just ripping through it and then I finish it. Okay? Finishing it is not very important. What's more important than just finishing? Understanding. The understanding is the most important thing, right? Yeah, you can be anywhere, anytime. Like I walk into the school, I was going, there. All the kids know, English is the best school in the world. Okay, I can come. You know, the point is, you know, they're always like the next thing that they can discover. You know, you understand? You have to create that kind of excitement with kids. Okay, so I don't want to go through the whole story, but the point is I want you to practice this one. And next time I'm going to pick somebody every time I'm actually going to pick somebody to come up and tell me this story. Okay, until I feel you guys, you know, it's got to be in your brain that this is a good technique. Okay, you understand? And if you're just a story readers with kids, like today, I feel yours was mostly reading, right? But I feel if you try to evolve into a story asker, okay, and you don't have to do it with every story. It's kind of like it's like a pitcher has many different pitches, right? I'm going to throw the fastball, okay? So some story won't be asking a story. Okay? Some story might be half and half or 10 and 9. You know, it's like you've got different pitches in your bag, okay? You understand? Yeah, but I never saw a class that wasn't 100% engaged when I tell a story using TPR and, you know, just like I've really thought it out, okay, like this one, okay? So I hope you guys can learn the technique, okay? What's the technique? Asking a story. Not just reading it and then asking questions. That's a little different than asking a story. What's the name of this story?
Who gets what?
Who gets what?
Teacher.
Jake gets an elephant. No! Jake gets an apple. Everybody! Jake gets an apple. Teacher Marius gets a girlfriend. No! Teacher Marius gets a dinosaur. Okay, I just tell you, kids understand humor, okay? They love humor, okay? So, tell your story. Teaching, okay? Watch the kids. You watch their eyes. You can tell they're engaged in your story. If half your class is like jumping on the desk, going under the table, you know, they're talking to their friend, you know, just stop, you know, reset, you know, do something different, okay? Because you lost them in that segment, okay? You understand, guys? Okay, so next time I don't know who the storyteller is going to be, but somebody is going to come up and tell me a story, okay? So not tell me a story. Ask us a story, okay? Ask us a story. And next time I'm going to actually, I'm going to show you how to use it with a chapter book, okay? And how to use it just with a teacher, and how to use it with a prop who is your student. You understand? You know, a student totally get, because I tell you what, in your class, there's always kids that want to be the reader. And the magic is when you can convince other kids to want to be the reader too. You understand? So every kid should want to become the reader. Okay, and that's where you know that your storytelling is magical. If you got a bunch of, no, I don't want to read. that means we didn't do a very good job because kids should love to read in front of their peers, okay? And if you do it in the right way, they'll always want it. Always want, but it takes time. You have to kind of, okay? Yeah, and so you guys should be working on kids at younger and younger age. Don't just say, hey, you go up and read, okay? And don't put them on the spot, when you know they're the kid that doesn't like to read in front. You do it in a way that, oh, she's so awesome. Maybe you guys can work together. Oh, are you ready to tell the story? Okay. So you have to do it in a way that doesn't put kids on the spot. Sometimes when they put kids on the spot, they don't like it. Okay? You gotta slowly groom your class so you get more and more kids that are willing to come up and read. Okay? I have some classes that every kid will come up and read. Even they slightly don't want sometimes, they'll all come up and read. Not like, oh, no, I don't want to. No, they just walk up and start reading. Okay? Because that's our habit. That's our class habit. Okay? So you guys understand? Okay. My most important point is asking a story, okay? And make sure that, our octopus, make sure that every year you should have a box and it should have the props, okay? The props. Like, with this story, it's very important you have the props. Oh, I should say in my class I have a different levels. I have level 1, level 2, level 3. So I actually use a timer. So once they get really good, okay, my class standard is 20 seconds, meaning if you get under 20 seconds, then you're like, level 1, okay? But if you can get under, I don't know what we say, 15 or 10, but I think it should be 15. Under 15 is level 2. And then I always have the next level is to beat the teacher, level 3. Okay, so level 1, level 2, level 3, okay? So in my class, most kids are at least level 1, and many are level 2, and I actually have some kids that can beat me, okay? And I'm bloody fast, okay? So level 3, and every kid will aspire to get level 1, level 2, level 3. Every kid wants to beat the teacher, okay? Okay, so level 1, level 2, level 3. Is that our standard? Level 1, level 4, is it 20, 10, beat the teacher?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the time. Sometimes you do the level,
20,
yeah.
15, and 20, 15, and
Beat the teacher.
maybe 10. So 1, 2, 3, level 1, level 2, level 3, and then beat the teacher, okay? Level 1, level 2, level 3, beat the teacher, okay? So that means all you guys got to get good at saying it, right? Okay, let me test somebody. Let's see. Let's test Adam. Okay, Adam, turn around. Don't look at me. Okay, ready? Ready, set, go.
Mr. Lopez likes fish, so one day he goes fishing. How you do the TPR? All right, Mr. Lopez likes fish, so one day he goes fishing. Is that it?
Yes.
He goes fishing. He goes to the lake. He starts to think about fish cooking.
Close enough.
Okay, we'll stop there. You need practice, dude. Okay,
It's been a while.
and the reason is if the teacher can say it, it inspires the kids. You understand? Like, and this is one that is a permanent part of our school. And people go, oh, why do we always do that? Why do you go to the gym and run on the treadmill every time? You're building the muscle in your brain. You might not even like it, but you still do it. Okay, kids are building their muscles, their brain muscles. Okay, you understand? And it doesn't matter how old they are. When they say it, if they're in grade 6, they go, Mr. Lopez likes fish. One day goes fishing, goes to the lake, he thinks fish cooking makes him hungry. Let's get fish, start cooking for dinner, belongs to the brain, very like fish too, so the very good fish, Mr. Lopez gets away. So when they say that, their brain is trained. You understand? You can actually train them on 20 simple things instead of 20 difficult things. Okay? Okay, the 20 simple things are the thing that is going to take them to the next level. Okay? Everybody always thinks, oh, it's got to be more difficult. No. You just got to do it. Okay? You understand? You just got to do it. It's like running. Okay? Like this one, I swear to God, every kid can have fun. Doesn't matter what grade they're in. Okay, they can do this one. Okay, you just do it sometimes. You do it as a competition. You do it as you just make sure every kid in your class can do it. Okay, and when you're young kids, you have to start fresh, right, and tell the story. Okay, TPR, fun, fishing rod. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Thank you.
Sorry?
See it, okay? We have a place where they can go to see all those other videos to show the kids.
Yes,
Okay?
we do.
Make it easy, not so difficult. You have to go down 8 levels to find Mr.
Yes.
Lopez.
God. New guess. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
I will. Travis and I will put it like basically when you go in NAS, you'll be able to.
You know what? I'm going to make a flip book for that.
We'll make it very simple.
Yeah, to make a flip book so you can use everything in there.
Yeah, we've actually got so much stuff in the box. We got little cards. We got so many things. Okay, we created for this a long time ago. We got the questions, the Q&A, the question, the answers. We got lots of stuff. Yeah, we never really spent too much time on this. It's like something is like every year I dust it off and take it out, right? But it should be a part of all of our a part of our tools, okay, in our bag, for all kids, okay.
Okay.
I got one kid, Momo, every day she comes. Teacher Scott, I want to say,
Mr.
Mr.
Lopez.
Lopez. Every day she comes in every day. Teacher Scott, I want to beat you today. Come on, let's go. You know, she's so passionate about it, okay? And you can't believe how fast she can say that. Okay, she can say it in 7 seconds. See, I guess she can beat most of you guys, okay? That's my challenge, okay? I'm going to send Momo down to your class to challenge you guys. And every time I'm going to give her a prize. So if I have to pay every time, okay? I'm going to send her down one at a time. Okay, today you're going over to teacher Lawrence's class, okay? Okay? And she's going to keep count, okay? She's going to keep count, okay?
Head count.
The Green Reaper.
Okay.
Okay.
Like a fun concept challenge each teacher. Like if the kid gets really good in your class, they can
Yeah,
do like
that's
a
cool.
Pokemon gym trainer.
Version of Mortal Kombat.
Or we can make a piece of paper with all the 4 teachers' name on it with a check mark, and when the student he goes around and challenges the teacher, they can earn the check mark, right? Yeah, that's a good one.
I like the Pokemon thing actually, because all kids know that. We should have badges that we hand out to
Yeah.
kids.
I think the Jake badge. Yeah.
Oh, I got that emerald.
My test time is 4.5 seconds, so you're the final boss.
Okay, next one will be Thomas talking about.
I don't think we have time for that.
Okay, then
that
we
next
can
time.
postpone that, but I got something important to talk about.
See?
So, no, just 1 minute, alright? So, for Treehouse Party, the overnight, right? We said we'll do the event with parents, and we actually have some special